Alright, so we're back with Nova, and I think where we left off, we had just finished a bunch of crafting stuff. So right now she has on her, let's see, as far as weapons, we have the drum beat, only 107 total rounds on there, so not a lot. The Grendel, which is probably the one that we're probably going to be using the most. I think nope, neither one is silenced. And then the tombstone. And you see, same with that. I think they're using the same ammo, so we're gonna have to make up our mind which one we like better. I think I don't usually use the tombstone much. And looking here, looking at 60, a mag size of 60 is a lot better than a mag size of 20. Let me see. One last thing. Sorry, I keep jumping back and forth. This is semi-automatic. This one, since it doesn't say semi, it might not be. And this one, I believe, is either burst or full auto. And then I find, I don't know, it's like all of a sudden now I like the full auto. Now here, this one might grow on us a little bit right here because it is silenced, and so it may play just a little bit better, a little bit nicer. We'll take a look at this one too. I'm not a big pistols person, and it's weird, but to me it's like, wait a minute, it says it does 53 damage on physical, but I don't know, for some reason pistols just don't hit as hard as the rifles do, even though they do show the same damage output. So it's just weird, right? So this Grendel will hit harder than this pistol, which I don't know. And they use the same ammo type too, so it's a matter of picking which one. And I think I would lean more towards the Grendel anyway, because I've already got this one spec'd out to be legendary. And then this one, we're going to take a look at this. Quality level is 1, but as we improve our skill, we can make it a little bit better. So we'll do that. Spacesuit. Gotta love the spacesuit. Me personally, I like the fit a lot better than the regular spacesuits. That's pretty much why I go with this one. And then the backpack. The backpack is a backpack. If anything, the Mantis one to me is the most low profile one. That one and the Constellation ones. So I may switch down the line somewhere and wear those instead. And then the helmet. I like the helmet. I like the helmet where it shows the face. So yeah. Right now though, what we have it spec'd out at with the resource hauler, resources weigh 25% less. That's cool for now. The mirrored is cool, but if I can get mechanized or fastened, I'll put one of those on there. Same with this one here. See, weapon holsters, weapons weight, but mechanized will give you plus 40 carry weight, and just like right here, see mechanized, and that's the tier 3 slot. So it is the legendary slot. Whereas you can also find fasten, which is the tier 2 slot, which I had 20 carry weight. So either one works fine for me. Right now, this is the outfit we're going with. I think we have made this one as well. So when I want to be silent, or want to do some sneak, I can switch into this one. And yeah, so this is the cyber ops. I'll have to try that EIT store again because they didn't have what I was looking for And eventually I might do something with her hair or something different. But I don't know. I'm liking it for now. So I have no complaints. Let's see. So usually I don't usually go with the shrapnel grenade. I usually go with the frag and the impact. I like the impact because as soon as it hits, it goes. Frag, they have time to duck out of the way and stuff like that. So shrapnel, doesn't do the same kind of damage that the frag does. So right now that's what I have. So we'll see what happens. Let's see. Yep, that's about it. And then here, I just want to check real quick and see if I can do anything with the Maelstrom. Let's see. I don't want to change the barrel length. Short scope on the. I think I'm going to short scope. I like a scope. I've all of a sudden, instead of, I used to do the reflex sight all the time, but the scope is kind of just something with me right now. So I figured I'd just do that. Let's see, what do you can install? The only thing I can install is tactical, and I will because it increases the value. Also, I get the XP for it. That's another thing I gotta look at. I'm not up yet, research-wise, in order to be able to pop these on. I have as you can see, it's lit because I have all the necessary resources to do it. It's just that I don't have the required research to do it. So we'll leave that there. And this is fully automatic, and only 2 choices. And like I said, I'm not liking the automatic right now. Here's what I want to see. Do I have? Okay, I do. Alright, Furious. That works. I would have loved to extend the magazine, but hey, we'll do with this one. Each consecutive hit does more damage, right? And with an automatic weapon, that means each, it's going to hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, possibly, and each one is going to do more damage than the first. And then Hitman, because I put a scope on there, so I like the Hitman, because when aiming, I do 15% more damage, right? And then here, do I have it? Don't have anything. But what I usually like to put on here is Shattering, because it increases the amount of damage, right? So either that, and if I was thinking of an up-close, short-range weapon, the 1-inch punch is good, because it turns it into like a shotgun, and you see it more than double the amount of damage it did. So that was good. So that would be good. Quality level. Can we go to 2 yet? I've got the required skills. I need the research. Internal mods, that's 0%. And I've got, so basically I got everything except for the research. So, and what that'll do is you can see level 1 is here, level 2, and then I think they go as high as either 4 or 5. I've seen some go 5, but 4 is another one that you can probably count on. So at least 4. Here, I'm not going to do anything with that. Yep, that's it. And then, let's see. Alright, nothing there. So we can expand our skills. Remember I said this was added by the Dark Star quality thing? Well, the Dark Star manufacturing. And I can go in here, it's pretty straightforward and simple. I have material available for, so I'm going here, boom, and I do have one of these, and then we did have a breakthrough, so that's nice. The truth with these, you seem to have a breakthrough like, I want to say like 60, like more than half the time, there's always a breakthrough. And so you get the extra stuff going. And I like that. Alright, this one's going to require gold. What I do is, I like that one, but let's get down here to weapons. Let me look at my internal mods. I should have it. Yes, we do. Yes. Right. Alright. So, oh. There. Alright. Put this one up too. Alright. I like when this happens because it saved me on using my adhesive. Adhesive and titanium are like they're almost like gold in real life, you know. There's the hardest things to keep around. So whenever you have a breakthrough and it actually gives you the titanium or the adhesive, that's a win. That's a huge win. So we don't have to actually go scrounging around. There we go. Alright. I'm not ready to upgrade blades yet. Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. So we got medium red. Nice. And we need a power circuit. Always find one of those laying around somewhere. Used up all my titanium. Gosh darn it. That would have been a nice moment for a breakthrough. Let's see. Yeah, might as well since we're here. Oh, no titanium anyway. There we go. Didn't even need that many titanium. Alright, go. Alright, I think. Let's just get down here, make sure. Oh. We want to spend this whole pretty much hour just crafting, but man, looks like might as well knock them out while we can. Okay, so run back over here real quick. Alright, so what I want to do is we're right there. I'm going to improve the quality level. Nice. And then let's see. Oh. And it's since I used up all my zero wire adhesive, I can't do any of these either. And titanium. See, you need them for everything, right? Let's see. What level is this one? This is a level 1. So boost that one. Linear resources. Where's the which one was that? That was the Brindle. Okay. That. Okay. And then where is this guy? Okay. So what we got? Well, alright, let's see. Curious. See, in this one, I don't think you can decide. I think it's always automatic. You can't change that. But I can increase the what's it? So let's do that. 36. Can't do anything there. Sure would like be nice to. Hey, there we go. And let's see. Here, that's already got. Let's see. Okay, so this one's concussive, staggering, and instigating. Not liking that lineup, but okay. This one is Furious, Hitman, and Concussive. Okay. We already saw that one. This one is Furious, Hitman, and Titanium Build. So mass is low. Lord. Alright. Oh, I'm hungry and thirsty. Let's see. These. This is over 2. Okay. Got no skill points. Oh, wait. Talk to Sarah. Alright. I think we've done everything. Oh, hey, you know what? Yeah. I will save that for my time. I do want to do something real quick. That is, since I've already decided I don't want this guy. So, I need to decide about these heads. Is there any other weapons in here? Yeah. Shotgun. Pack and helmet. Oops, wrong button. When I'm looking at those, I always hit the B button to get out of there. It's like, you don't need to. Did we pick up the missions from here? Okay. I always just grab these. At some point, I'll get to it, especially the survey missions. Even though they don't pay out a whole lot once you get the survey data, that you can sell the survey data for pretty good amount. Huh. But I went through here and checked everything. That's for the Museum in Aquila. This is an agenda for the very first meeting of the governor of Aquila, Solomon Cole, and his cabinet. The list itself is pretty topics, so what was discussed and decided it's unknown. It includes topics such as trade with Moli, Ashton investigation, and a planned celebration. I'm just collecting credits everywhere. I'll take that. I'm taking any tool that has what type it is in parentheses, because those with the Dark Star manufacturing, those will be used in the manufacturing process. So I grabbed them. I think the vacuum tape also gets used. And then what Dark Star manufacturing does for you, and I think I hope I showed this in the last video, but you can see the extra workbenches now throughout. And if I'm not mistaken, and you see here's the Dark Star manufacturing terminal. And then of course, basically there's different stations, but they all do the same thing as the regular weapons workbench and the spacesuit workbench. So I'm not sure there was a truly a need. Here's the change log for the actual mod. No reason to have to go through and read this. It's not like lore. It's just kind of a change log. I do want to come back here and grab these books, see the price, so they'll probably sell for a few hundred. So I do want to come back and grab those. Oh, look at this, a mag shot. Don't usually use the mag shot much, but always good to have. Nice bit of rounds for it. still too difficult. I don't even know what level. So here we got this guy, Raven's End. Just so we can get on the move, I'm going to save this. And what I'll do is I'll slowly go through each page. I'm going to pause it and look at each one. Go ahead. Alright. Then I might come back and read it at another time. Same with this one here. This is the second Dark Star mod. That's the Astrodynamics one. And what that does, this one, and then again, forgive me if we've done this already, but you come through here, and see I didn't, so you can enable, so this, what it keeps doing is like, every time you do the New Game Plus, your Starborn armor and everything will power and scale with you, right? According to this, it'll keep going until your 50th trip, whereas before I think it was only until your 10th trip. And then I don't mess with this one; it's weird. I don't know exactly what it does, and I don't want to sit and try to figure out exactly what it's doing to my game or what is it doing to my ability. I think I did went in one time and changed it, and then I couldn't. When I was hailing another ship, I didn't get any sound, and it would just go quickly through the dialogue, and then so I couldn't even. It was going so fast I couldn't read it either. So I'm like, don't mess with it. This, I do it, and it's sad. And what it does is it just makes that ship builder for Dark Star cost basically nothing. You know, so and let's see. I can buy some Digipicks, and I just pick these up, and I can buy this book, and I can buy some food. I don't need any food. If I ever run low on ship parts, I can get some book, some ammo, and that's it. Alright, let's get moving. So, time to go talk to Sarah. The way I usually like to go through this is right off the bat, talk to her, and then knock out 2 quests at once, right? The old neighborhood, that kicks everything off and allows you to get to the point where it opens up the emptiness, Sam Coe's quest. Also back to Vectera, with Barrett. And then the other quest to go start actually looking for more artifacts and go find Invasion. So that, so it opens up the eye for you. So I like to get that done. But while I'm already at it and I'm going to Mars anyway, it just seems prime to knock out my favorite quest which is the UC quest line. And my second favorite quest line is the Deputize, the Freestar quest line. So I'll knock that out much later, but I like to get that one out the way first. Get my citizenship. Why? Because I want to get my citizenship and I want to knock that one out because I want to be on good terms when I go do the Crimson Fleet quest line. I don't want to be a pirate, but I want to do that quest line. And I've only gone like partway through it so far. I've never actually completed the entire thing where I've had to make the decisions. I don't like either side in the quest line, but you have to make a choice, right? And my opinion is the choice that you would have in order to stay in good terms with Constellation has to be UC assist that, right? Because Sarah tells you that you are not to bring the law to their door. So becoming a pirate makes absolutely no sense if you want to stick with Constellation. But
So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else?
no, I'm ready to get to work. But let's see. Let's see. There's some questions for you. Let's see. How well known?
I don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. First of all, I think you can dismiss any stories about us no longer existing. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Exploring the universe, charting the unknown, that's what counts. Besides, having a little mystery gives us room to maneuver. A fixed reputation could fence us in a lot of ways.
Okay, alright. I don't blame you. So what is Constellation? What do you do?
We're explorers. Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. We just take that a little more seriously than others. We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group of people from all corners of the settled systems, dedicated to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
Okay. And what do you know about these artifacts?
Not much, but you've seen them for yourself. It doesn't take a lot to realize we're dealing with something extraordinary. Just what that is, we'll have to figure out. It's what we do.
Okay. Alright, well, I'm ready.
We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually, but a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising.
Let's see what we want to say. So, other people?
We have to assume that we're not the only ones to have stumbled into this mystery. But most people aren't going into space looking for the unknown. They're looking for places to settle, resources to extract, territory to defend. An odd-looking rock or a single strange hunk of metal wouldn't mean much to them. That's why Constellation exists, in a way, to put pieces like this together.
Okay. See, now one thing that I have to get used to doing is, like, as soon as I see what I want to hit, it's immediate, right? And even if I try to read it, my fingers are clicking before I finish reading it. And so I notice, like, I'm halfway through, and then boom, I already hit it, and it's like, dang, alright. Okay, the UC Vanguard.
A volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space. They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull. My contact is in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to.
Okay. Alright, so our real food choices are, what they do is they give you a couple of questions, 2-3 questions you can ask, right? And then the actual choice to further along the conversation. I always like to hit this one because, in truth, I believe it's a positive reaction with her. So I keep it going. But I always hit this one. This is pretty negative. Good, a chance to learn more about United Colonies. That's a positive one, but I have to admit, I'm excited. My first mission.
Felt the same way when I started too. There's an electricity in the air when you know you're about to uncover something. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Alright, so I can actually say, hey, wait a minute, there's some things I want to do on my own first, right? Make her sit and wait for a minute. and then I can now again, if I'm greedy and I'm about money and everything, I can do this. I don't know if this comes across on that great, but it's not me, right? What do I get out of this? Constellation have a salary? No, no. I was like, all right, got it. You and me until we get the artifact.
We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you were before or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood?
And then with that, there's my point. You cannot be a pirate and be in the good graces of Constellation. It just makes absolutely no sense, right? And that's where, in my opinion, and say I can ask her real quick.
I mean, Constellation has a roster of members who haven't always been on the right side of their respective society.
Mm-hmm.
We're risk takers. Some of us have seen the inside of a jail cell more than once. If you join us, it means you're committed to our mission. In exchange, we give you latitude in your choice of means.
And then see, so you can technically, yes, as you're going down the Crimson Fleet quest line, you can do some piratey stuff, right? But as soon as you start fighting and battling and killing UC system, which you will have to do eventually, that's where the break should happen. And then again, I get so annoyed with some of the playthroughs that I've seen so far that I haven't really stuck with it the whole way and followed through to see what the repercussions were or how it ended or how they were able to make good again, right? I have seen where, like, I saw this one playthrough where someone was romancing Sam, and then Sam would not speak to them, which makes perfect sense to me. But I don't know how it was resolved, because I just got fed up with the playthrough, and I just stopped watching that one. So, and then that's probably one of the things that's prompted me to do this here is I just want to play the game the way that I like to play it, and hey, share it and see what happens. All right, understood.
Good. Let's take a little stroll through New Atlantis, shall we?
All right, so Sarah cannot be dismissed. We need to talk to anybody else. Done all my talking for now. I'm going to talk to them some more. Let's get rolling, because one of the things that we're going to do before we finish this session is we're going to go over to Mast. All right. I don't think I have a lot of weight on me, so this isn't going to build up my weightlifting perk, and I don't think I have the ship command perk yet.
It's amazing to think that this tree predates New Atlantis. Can you imagine all the changes it's seen?
You mean the tree that we passed a little while ago? We ran right by it. And you're talking about it now?
Protect and defend the citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities, and to uphold the values of the Vanguard, honor, loyalty, self-reliance in all your actions as members of the United Colonies Navy?
I do.
Then I'm proud to welcome you to the Vanguard. Now, you all have your assignments.
Alright, let's go and see what we can do. So this.
Sarah, good to see you. Who's your friend?
Hopefully Constellation's newest member. Thought I'd run through some legwork together.
Another space explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, earn some credits, Even get your UC citizenship?
You read my mind, but first, we'll talk about it a little later. We got some Constellation business to deal with here.
All right. Can't blame me for trying, right? I mean, I still haven't given up on getting Sarah to re-enlist.
It's a game we play. He asks, I say no.
Here's what I got for you two. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune, you know.
The Sol system? Which admiral did he upset to get that posting?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me.
Alright. So, who is this Moira?
Oh, he goes way back. I think he was recruit number 81 or something.
81. Wait, what's wrong with the solar system?
You kidding? Lowest posting request rate in the whole fleet. Only thing there the UC cares about is Mars. And no one wants to go to Mars. They want to get off Mars.
Did they ask about that? Alright. So, if he's on patrol, he can put our item at risk. It's, again, a negative comment. Don't lead. It's not discovered to you. Use as an ornament? No. Alright, we'll talk to him, and I'm sure we can make him a good offer.
Sol system is a lot of planets. But a vet like Moera will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between
Nothing
patrols.
wrong. Okay, let's see. See what we can ask him. Anything you can tell us about Sidonia?
Yeah, bring a coloring book. You get so used to seeing red, you'll forget what blues and greens look like.
And did Moore say where he found this one?
You'll have to ask him. The Vanguard volunteers have retrieval rights if they get into a scrap. Wouldn't be surprised if he found it off of a pirate or something like that.
Makes sense. Alright. Thank you for your help.
Anything for Sarah. UC always takes care of its own. Even the prodigal children.
Oh, brother.
I'm serious about that recruitment offer, by the way. You just come talk to me when you're ready. UC is a good friend to have.
Okay, speaking of which, we're ready.
Hey, Sarah's friend. You come to enlist at long last? Start earning your stripes with the Vanguard?
So, we can ask a couple of questions about it. I don't usually do it, but why would I want to do this?
Well, other than becoming a member of the greatest faction in the galaxy, you'd get access to discounted services on any UC world. Credits to help you get on your feet. You'd even be able to buy property right here in New Atlantis. Citizenship unlocks it all. And signing up for the Vanguard is the fastest way to earn it.
I said US, but I meant UC. What sort of work would I be doing?
Vanguard work is as needed. When we've got jobs, we'll make them available to you. But the work itself, well, it runs the gamut. Sometimes you might be hunting down hostile ships on behalf of the UC Navy, or you might be called up to help the Science Division clean up some invasive species. Hell, we've even been asked to help take on the occasional terramorph. And sometimes we just need cargo support. Not every job's glamorous. The Vanguard only gets called in for the ones where there's a chance of seeing action. Wherever the UC needs us, the Vanguard is there.
What exactly is the Vanguard?
We're the United Colonies volunteer fleet. Any captain can join, regardless of origin. Get to fly your own ship and earn credits as you help the people in the most distant reaches of the United Colonies, all while earning your way to UC citizenship. Put in the time, and citizenship is guaranteed.
Okay. I was already game. I just wanted to ask those questions so we could see what you said.
Well, all right. Take the elevator down to the Vanguard Orientation Hall. You can get started at any of the registration terminals. The system will walk you through the rest. And if you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Alright, let's get down there. Alright. sir. Come on. Let's learn about the UC. Alright. Here's where we sign our lives away.
Registration accepted. You may now proceed through the historical displays in the orientation hall, or continue on to the examination.
Okay, being former military, I do not remember signing up being this simple. Alright.
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century, eliminating all life on the planet. Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history, the age of the United Colonies.
The effort and planning it must have taken to evacuate literally the entire planet. Can you imagine? The logistics alone must have been mind-boggling.
It is crazy. 50 years just to get off the planet.
This assignment isn't glamorous, but it sure beats patrols.
Yeah, if you say so, buddy. Alright, let's go over here. The factions rise. Let's see what it says.
From their foundation, the United Colonies strove to provide all their citizens with opportunity, security, and peace. But there were those among the UC that still wanted something more. Independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers. It wasn't long before the first new faction, the Free Star Collective, was formally organized in 2188, later followed by the House of Varun, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230.
The result of the Centaurus Proclamation has always left me torn. So much conflict arose as a result. Was it worth it?
Good question. Everybody's gonna be themselves, though.
It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House Varun first made contact with the rest of the settled systems. Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left New Atlantis and disappeared 4 decades earlier, House Varun was a faction unlike any other. A theocracy dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its isolationist founder, Janan Varun. House Varun initially made overtures of peace towards the rest of the settled systems. They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god, the Great Serpent. But none could have guessed that this worship might take the form of a bloody war, the Serpent's Crusade.
That's a weird outfit.
The Freestar Collective was initially founded in 2188, when the citizens of Aquila banded together with the pleasure city of Neon in mutual defense.
Okay, I see it now.
But in 2194, after the deployment of a UC medical star station in orbit around their world, the citizens of Narion also requested to join the collective. The resulting rise in tensions between the Freestar Collective and UC culminated in the settled system's first intergalactic conflict, the Narion War. Despite a decisive victory by the UC, the colonies permitted the citizens of Narion to join the collective, forming the basis for the fiercely independent union that persists to this day.
I could have sworn I saw somewhere where the Nerion War happened because the UC started up their own base somewhere, secret base somewhere, or on some planet that didn't want them there, and then they decimated the people in the planet. So I think UC is a, what do you say, completely innocent there? Beginning in 2196, the Nerion War, humanity's first large-scale conflict among the stars, is remembered as a defining moment for the settled systems. As the first major conflict to make extensive use of grab-jump-enabled ships, the Nerion War was less defined by key space battles and more by an extended cat-and-mouse interplay between the two powers as the well-armed and professional UC Navy tried again and again to pin down the piecemeal but savvy Freestar fleet. Unable to strike the killing blow, the UC resorted to ever more severe tactics to try and drive the collective to capitulate without success. In fact, after many long years of war with little to show for it, even the populace of the UC itself began to turn against the cause, with protests roiling even more or less. The citizenry demanding the war finally come to a humane close. So when, at long last, the final blow was struck, with the UC Navy finally cornering and obliterating the Freestar fleet in 2216, it was a hollow victory. Sounds like Vietnam. So you know, number one now. Let's see. It was the resulting negotiations, the Treaty of Nerion, that the settled systems as we know them today emerged, both literally and figuratively. Despite winning the war, the UC found themselves in an unenviable position, painted as a brutal aggressor, even in their home systems. So, in the spirit of unity and lasting peace, the UC agreed to the demands of the Freestar Collective and the Nerion settlers, whose collusion triggered the conflict in the first place, and handed over Nerion to the Collective as they had requested at the start of hostilities, including a clinic medical star station. See, that star station, I believe, is what UC put there, and that was the thing that started it. And, you know, the people of Nerion rebelled. See, so they make it so as, you know, the winners are the ones who write his story, right? That's the whole point. His story is written by the winners, never by the innocent bystanders who saw both sides and people say what's going on here. So there we are. So creating the Freestar Collective as we know it today. In return, the UC demanded two concessions. The first was payment for damages done in the form of mineral rights on multiple worlds across the galaxy. The second, more significant demand was that no great faction may ever colonize more than 3 systems. The UC would have Alpha Centauri, Sol, and Wolf. Wolf's not a big system. And the Freestar Collective, Cheyenne, Foley, and Nerion. The Freestar Collective agreed to these terms, creating and codifying into law the settled systems as we know them today. The Treaty of Nerion has since become the foundation of all contemporary regulations, and its only official violation, cause of the galaxy's greatest conflict, the Colony War. To learn more about the Colony War, please proceed to the conflict among the stars. Here. Interesting. Hey, bud.
Look, I'm not supposed to be giving opinions on this stuff, but the UC's in a lot better hands these days than back before they signed the armistice.
Okay.
Beginning in 2240, House Varun forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization. initiating the Serpent's Crusade. Over the next 23 years, thousands of Freestar, UC, and independent souls were killed by agents of House Varun in the name of their Serpent God. It was only with the death of their founder in 2263 and the succession of his heir, Jarek, that House Varun finally sued for peace. There remains, however, select members of House Varun who refuse to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established. Even after House Varun's mysterious disappearance, these zealots remain a threat to all who encounter them. Their pacification, a goal of all space.
You think the Freestar Collective got a place like this? Probably take too many bribes to get it off the ground.
They have a place, just not like this one. Conflict among the stars.
Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, none was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Freestar Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Freestar colonization of Vesta's Pride in 2308, a direct violation of the Nerion Treaty, the colony war spread quickly across the galaxy.
Maybe this is the one I'm thinking of.
Both sides deployed every tool at their disposal. Armadas of warships, mechanized combat platforms, or mechs. Even bioengineered alien creatures. The infamous UC xeno-weapons. It was only in 2311 at the Battle of Cheyenne that the scales finally tipped. The Freestar Collective, utilizing their civilian fleet as a human shield, successfully crippled the superior United Colonies Navy. After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest navy, the Freestar Collective offered terms of peace, which the colonies, out of an interest in staving off any further human costs, accepted. The galaxy has been rebuilding ever since.
The colony war was a horrible conflict that irreparably wounded the settled systems. There were times I felt that it would never end.
Few settled worlds were left untouched by the colony war. But nowhere could the viciousness of modern warfare be seen more clearly than on the Freestar planet of Nera. Initially occupied by invading United Colonies forces as a forward operating position, repeated attempts to take and retake the planet by collective forces led only to devastation. Swaths of the world were transformed into scorched husks, a nightmarish testament to the depths of human ingenuity and human cruelty. And today, Nera remains a continuing reminder to the horrors of unfettered war.
I really hope this is just a phase. I bring her here almost every day to stare at this thing.
Dad wanted me to apply for the administration track at school, but I'm going to be a xenobiologist.
Oh, okay.
It's science division or nothing.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
In the midst of the colony war, a different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinian. A newly constructed but critical supply center for the United Colonies' war effort, Londinian found itself overrun by one of the galaxy's most mysterious predators, the Terramorph. A rare but pervasive threat to all human-settled worlds, Terramorphs swept over the city, seemingly out of nowhere, on a scale never before seen in recorded history. Valiant efforts by the UC military slowed the onslaught, but the creatures proved unstoppable. Ultimately, the decision was made to destroy the Londinian spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak, and its citizenry from the galaxy at large. The tragedy of Londinia is mourned by the UC to this day.
But it was the UC that caused that tragedy, from what I understand.
After the devastation wrought by the Colony War, the UC and the Freestar Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xeno-weapons and mech warfare would be outlawed. All related research was sealed away, accessible only in cases of dire emergency. But the Collective had another demand, that the active commanders of the UC military stand trial for their actions. The United Colonies, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 2311, 3 United Colonies senior officers were found guilty. Commander Henry Durant, General Indira Rastogi, and Fleet Admiral Francois Sanon, known better as Ve Victus. All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the colony war to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last.
I was a strong supporter of the armistice. All of the terrible weapons that both sides used against one another. It had to end.
So it ended by killing more people.
Problem? Not sure if those Varon zealots live in space or got separated from their home planet or what. But they scavenge what they need. Lots of old facilities left over from the colony war, and they like to pick them clean.
It was into this new world that the Vanguard was born. An official branch of the UC Navy, the Vanguard is the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet, serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles. And after a sufficient length of service, UC citizenship is guaranteed to every Vanguard member. Open to all captains, regardless of origin, the Vanguard is leading the charge to protect and support the citizens of the United Colonies, wherever in the galaxy they may be.
Please don't touch the displays.
Too late for that. I can't help myself. Oh, one last one.
No one is born a United Colony citizen. Only through service to the UC can one hope to earn one's citizenship. But the UC prides itself on taking care of its people. Cost of living controls mean citizens pay less than their foreign counterparts for needs big and small. All citizens are issued a grant upon joining to get themselves on their feet. And only UC citizens have the opportunity to purchase property, getting the chance to live in one of the most beautiful cities in the settled systems. By joining the Vanguard today, you too can begin earning your place here, in the heart of galactic civilization, as a citizen of the United Colonies.
I do like the uniform. I do like the spacesuit. Not the helmets. Looks like a fly to me. Big bug eyes. Alright, let's see.
spent a fair bit of time in simulators just like these. They're startlingly realistic. Have fun.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, this is stealing. I'm going to access this real quick. Not expecting to do anything, but I'm going to check something. And just as I thought. Just when you thought we were done research. Look, green glasses. Nice. Okay. There's something in here that you can access, and I never remember what it is. Come through here. Look. Can't take anything because it's all stealing in here. And then if I talk to you...
you must be our new applicant. I'm Proctor Samuelson. The simulator's already been prepped. You can head in whenever you're ready. The simulator is designed to be a near-perfect replica of a Class B Deimos hoplite, the United Colony's standard destroyer model. It's been tuned to provide a challenging but fair fight against the enemy squadrons you'll encounter inside.
Let's see. So now this is interesting. Piloting isn't my area of expertise. How about you just mark me down as pass, and I'll just leave you alone.
Vanguard assignments can often include both space and ground combat. It'd be bad for both you and the United Colonies to not ensure you're adept in both capacities before sending you out on your first real assignment.
Got any advice?
While I can't answer that question directly, I will say this. Due to the solitary nature of our work, resourcefulness is a critical tool in any Vanguard pilot's repertoire. You're permitted, even encouraged, to use whatever tool you're able to find in there.
And what can you tell me about this exam?
Of course. You'll be running through a high-realism combat flight simulation, engineered by members of the UC Science staff, right here in Mast. Your task is to defeat at least 3 tiers of simulated opponents. Accomplish that, and you pass the exam, and can then proceed on to your probationary mission. However, if you defeat more than 3 tiers of enemies, your required enlistment time for citizenship will be reduced, and your enlistment bonus increased. But you're welcome to try as many times as you like before returning to Commander Tuala to proceed on to the next step in your application process. We'll only keep the highest score you manage to achieve in there.
Okay, I think that's it.
Just head in whenever you're ready.
Alright, here comes the fun part. Okay, nope. What I am going to do, I am slightly hungry. Let's see. And I'm slightly thirsty, so we're going to... Nothing good. Nope, nothing good. So. Click here. Then. Alright.
This is the Mark 18 flight simulation chamber applicant, currently in orbit around a high-detail recreation of a remote world. When you're ready to begin, please take a seat in the pilot's chair.
I think it's interesting I can add this one to my fleet if I want to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sit, kick things off, and then we're going to get back up.
Your exam is simple. Defeat as many tiers of opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. You must defeat at least 3 tiers of opponents to pass the exam. Good hunting, applicant.
Alright. Now. Right about now.
New targets active.
Alright, let's get over here real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and generate the ally. I'm not worried about scoring a bunch of kills, so I don't need that. Let's see. Let's see. That's going to be one. Alright, and then so make sure the upgrades keep going all the way through. And then we can create one more ally. So now it's 3 on whatever number.
Shield upgrade active. Damage upgrade active. New ally active.
Ally active.
Here's one. I didn't see that prompt for piloting. God, can't watch it. Let's see.
New targets active.
Let's get in it.
Progress recorded. Right. Tier 2 reached. Initiating Tier 3. New targets active.
Whoa. Oh, get around, get around, get around.
Congratulations, applicant. You've defeated sufficient opponents to pass the exam. You may now exit the simulator through the hatch to record your current score, or stay and try your hand at the remaining tiers.
We'll give it, we'll keep trying.
Resuming the examination.
There we go.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 4 reached. Initiating Tier 5.
Where can you be?
New targets active.
Let's bring it on. Oh. Big mistake. Come on, get around, get around, get around, get around. Oh, get around. There we go. Where? Whoop. That's this one way. Let's just run into him. Oh, there's another one? Oh. Alright.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 5 reached. Initiating final tier.
This is gonna be this, yeah. Alright. Recharge. Okay, here we go. This is gonna suck.
New targets active.
Get around. Alright. Get around. Get rid of it. Come on, get around. Come on. Boost. Where's my help? Oh. Yeah, try that. Running into him again. Alright, get out of there. Where are you? Repair. Boost. Get around. Boost. Get down there. Come on. Alright, come on. Boost. Get up. Boom. Get him. Get up. Where's my help? Oh, this guy's still alive. Still got good health too. Come on, boost. Oh. Alright, one more. Come on. God dang it. Get the shield down. Did we get him?
Progress recorded. All opponents defeated. Congratulations, pilot.
God, that
Please
sucks.
exit the simulation.
I'm gonna wallow in my victory for a minute, if you don't mind. Yeah, I don't see my help on there at all. Yeah. So they got destroyed. Alright. Yeah, thank you. Alright. Exit the simulator.
Shut it down.
Yep. Close.
Congratulations, applicant. You've passed. You can head up to Commander Tuala to receive your final scores and your probationary assignment.
Alright, let's get up here, do our quote, get our assignment, and we'll call it a day. Not a quote, our oath. Now this is the first time I've cleared tier 6, but it is a pain, and it isn't easy. You know. And somehow it just like Tuala says, you know, it feels like they're cheating at that stage, and that's what it does. It does feel that way. And then to go from the simulator to the 4th floor takes forever. Holy cow!
look who's back. Everything go all right with the exam? Or did you have some questions you needed answered first? Military used to have a pretty narrow view of where the best pilots came from. In their eyes, it was UC or bust. The creation of the Vanguard was an acknowledgement by the brass that maybe not all the galaxy's greatest pilots went through a UC flight school. So it's the Vanguard's job to find them and get them to fly for us.
And this building is called MAST, right? So what kind of name is that?
MAST is short for Military, Administrative, and Scientific Triumvirate. From here, the three co-equal divisions of the UC government work together to advance the cause of the colonies. Be that through mutual defense, political and diplomatic strength, or scientific discovery. Now, serving any of the UC's divisions grants citizenship, but scientific and admin positions in the UC tend to be real competitive. Understandable, most people will prefer to earn their citizenship behind a desk rather than in combat. Not something I'd ever choose for myself, but understandable.
I could ask him that anytime soon. I wrapped up my exam. They told me to come back here.
Ah, so these are your numbers that just came through then. You ready to hear how you did?
Sir, yes, sir.
I like the fire, applicant. Let's get into it. So, looking at the data, hit every mural in the orientation hall, huh? A test of preparation and thoroughness. Two traits the Vanguard values highly. Psychological results are all within expected levels. Navy doesn't have room for folks that'll fall apart the first time they're trying to outrun a homing missile. Oh, you found the debug system in the simulator. Nicely done.
It was helpful.
Curiosity and resourcefulness are skills our recruits need. Now, how'd you do against your foes? Tier 6. You cleared Tier 6. No one clears Tier 6, even with the debug tools. Should be damn proud of yourself.
I've never seen someone reach that tier. Huh, that's incredibly impressive.
So then, looking at your results as a whole, and factoring in that you managed to utilize all the tools at your disposal, once you've successfully completed your probationary mission, you could have your UC citizenship after only just 3 years. Guess a top 99th percentile piloting score will do that. Plus a hefty signing bonus to boot. Not gonna get a better offer than that.
We'll see
3
how
years. Oh, that's incredible. For some, it can take as long as a decade. You should be incredibly proud.
Sounds like you're just the type of pilot the Vanguard's looking for.
Oh, yeah?
If you're interested, we could bring you on as a provisional member today. Get you the credits you've earned, then send you out on your probationary mission. First, though, all UC service people, provisional or otherwise, are required to swear an oath. So, you want to make this official? Commit yourself to the cause of the colonies?
It's a big decision. John, you're not about to have my compatriot here sign some kind of contract that sells you their grandmother 5 years down the line, are you?
Officer's honor, Sarah. This is honest work for honest credits. So, you ready to do the deed?
I'm ready.
Fantastic. Then just follow me. Wouldn't be right doing this where we couldn't see the stars. Now, raise your right hand. The motto of the Vanguard is Supra et Ultra, above and beyond. That is where we serve, beyond the furthest reaches of the United Colonies military, and with honor and duty above reproach. Do you swear to protect and defend the citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities? And to uphold the values of the Vanguard, honor, loyalty, self-reliance, in all your actions as a member of the United Colonies Navy?
Oh my actions. That seems a bit much. I do.
Then let me be the first to officially welcome you to the United Colonies Vanguard. Now, only thing left is getting you that probationary mission. And what I've got is comms repair. Group trying to refurb an old colony war processing plant on Tau Ceti 2. Sounds like they'd barely gotten set up when their communications died. Place is as isolated as they come, so Brass wants a Vanguard to deliver the repair suite and ensure anyone present is safe and secure. So, can the people of Tau Ceti 2 count on you?
They sure can.
No major settlements on Tau Ceti. No real active industry either. Doesn't make for a big target. It's got the potential to be a pretty quiet trip. But there's a reason they wrote, "Here be dragons" on the map edge. So if it were me, I'd hope for the best and arm for the worst. And if for some reason you do run into trouble, don't forget, it's your job to protect those who need it. So, you ready to head out?
Let's do this.
That's the spirit. Head down to the spaceport and talk to Crew Chief Harath. He'll get you the repair suite plus your new recruit kit. Oh, and your advance. Give it your all out there. Supra et Ultra.
Alright, 31K. And a level up. We like it. Alright, so that is where we're going to call it right here. We are now an official member of the Vanguard, and we are on our first mission. And since this will take us out to Tau Ceti, and then other places, probably some places we have in common with Sarah's mission, we'll go ahead and get that cracking. Next time we're going, next stop is the spaceport. Where are you going, Sarah? What? Okay. She just wants to go look at the water. That's all. Alright. Thank you for joining. And we will see you next time. Alright. Bye.